So today we'll be taking an in-depth look on where we should be going with Floki and where we should be placing our trades in again. So without further ado, let's get it started. And of course, with that, I am the most open-minded investor / NFT artist on YouTube with a diverse appetite for risky asset classes ranging between shopping centers and shitcoins, but not government bonds, creating content-led, family-friendly, cookie-accepting, cat-free, technical and specialized tutorials and guidelines to harness the generational wealth transfer found in crypto trends. And last, as a believer of Jesus Christ and a fan of DRNA, and an extremely well-educated and multilingual Korean opera with hair naturally curlier than the average Asian male and highly coveted by many moms with daughters, also known as Handel Kim. So we've got this chart here today. So looking at a 30-minute chart right now, had this great big pump here. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't expect the pump to happen so soon. So let's actually break it down to about 1 hour chart. 30-minute is a bit too chaotic here. So I think I made a video sort of around about here, right, at the 12 region. I think I made a video then as well. So I said, look, we're at this sort of a support zone, right? And this is a bit of a giveaway because of some of the previous support zones. You know, markets sort of behave on the support zone. Sort of that's why I suggested those levels there, but I didn't expect the pump to come in so soon. Although we did see almost 3 bottoms take place, which I'd say is common. So I guess it was a bit timely, but I just didn't expect it to happen so soon and so sharply as well. It looks like there's a bit of a trend line happening here like so as well. I'll tell you guys, I mean, I made a video on TikTok as well. You know, if you're looking for charts that do this, right? Let's say you find an asset and that's what it's done. And because of this pump, like, you know, there's all this news coming out, right? News. Oh my God, that is terrible. Didn't even write anything. I'm just going to use the letter N. There's news coming out, right? It goes up and got news says, headline is something like, oh, you know, coin pumps 50% or whatever. So they say, oh, this coin has pumped 50% and everyone just like, oh, let's look at it. Like all the rich people with money, right? They invest here. Right? All the poor people, they invest here, okay? Because they see the news and that's when they're going to get in. Don't do that. Where you're going to make money is when things are quiet. This is the kind of chart you should be looking for. Something does this, right? Okay? That is where you buy because that's going to do this. What this sort of movement is doing is that it's building up momentum and power to actually move up, right? Look at that. Look what's happening. Isn't that basically what happened with Floki here? So what you need to do is what I do is I try to catch these bottoms here. Because not only can you profit on those small bounces, right? Small bounces here, right? You also accumulate holdings so that this moon bag is sitting in place. So that's when we play with these support and resistances here. So we're looking at these supports here. And look, and this level here, if it wasn't for this line here, we will be looking at a support line of, let's just draw a line and see what happens. Okay, so we're looking at support and sort of indecision level sort of around that level there as well. So it's moon. So what do? Do you then jump straight in and just, you know, start going crazy? Well, here are some things that we're going to look at. I was going to put a buy order sort of on a short-term basis, a buy order around this level here. Looks like we're going to be exploring that region down here as well because it's going to retest that sort of line of support and then it's going to bounce back up again. As you can see, we're very overbought in this stage at the moment as well. So for a short-term basis, I will probably put, I use Gate for this one, this sort of trading. I'll put a short-term level at that 15.8 mark, 15.8 mark. On a slightly longer term, I'll probably put another support at that 11.8, 12 mark. What actually happened was my trades actually caught in a couple of trades at the bottom here like so, but I've also identified a resistance at these levels here. So I actually put in an order to sell at that 16 mark. So all of my positions at the moment have jumped out at the 16 mark. The next point of resistance would be to test these levels here. And I'll probably put that level sort of here because that's your support there and these are your resistances here. So we may see that if this level bounces off, then it will then either test this bit, and then if it breaks above that quickly, then this will be the next zone that we'll be testing. If it doesn't support this level, it's going to come down to this level, right? And this is a pretty strong support here because it actually bounced off 3 times. So it sees huge amount of value at these levels here. And that also lines up with the RSIs here, where it's already in the sort of oversold zones. So those price levels is where I'll be looking at. Since if we're going to be changing the trends, those will be the good places to get in. In fact, the RSI trading method is actually pretty good. Every time RSI dips below that 30 mark here, 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 and here, are all really good places to make trades. So even this one, you could have made that small gain up here. Even this one here, you would have made a pretty big gain, massive gain. And then here, again, the same, pretty big gain here as well. Here, just a little one here. But again, if you held it a bit longer, then there's this much gain to be made here as well. So RSI actually works quite well. And you know what? I'll give you this. At the moment, it's actually really good to trade technically because fundamentally, there hasn't been any news that has come out that has given rise to this massive spike. Nothing really happened. I mean, I've checked their Twitter, everything, nothing really happened. People are just, trading quite technically at the moment. So that being said, okay, RSI is a pretty good level to trade in. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to zoom straight out because if the market turns on us, right, and this short-term bounce has been great and there's good amount of volume as well. But if the market then turns on us, right, we're going to go look at the daily charts now, right? And I'm just going to be, it depends on your appetite. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to be quite aggressive with my purchasing strategy here. So that level there is actually a pretty key level because I'm seeing that there's another bounce off here as well. Right, that's actually a very, very strong support. So these price points were actually really good to get in. If that breaks, then it'll be a tough time to actually bring it back on, unless Bitcoin then absolutely goes to the moon and the market sentiment really, really flips around. But the next sort of range, I would say, would be this level right here, with this level right here, whatever that level then works out to be. So that'll be a key place to look out for. So the 8 mark, 11, so 12. Let's call that 12, and then 8 mark is a really, really key place to actually place the trades in. It doesn't look like it will actually hit those levels, and it may not, but when it sort of does, it's going to it may just wick down. And when that happens, you could just be catching the absolute bottom, which means even if it's like lower than when it is where it is right now, you'll still be in a massive, massive profit. So I think these buy orders are really, really important, guys. So if you'd like, go and split up your purchasing. So put your purchasing around at that 12 mark and another one at 8.5 mark. And I think you'll be able to see some very, very good profits as well. If you want to be really, really risky, right? Thinking that, you've got a really, really bullish sentiment for Floki, then what you want to do is this is another really good level to purchase in at 15. No, not 15. I would say from about here to here. Just to catch that little wick there. Even the price action right now isn't particularly bad to acquire. And the basis of that purchase would be that it'll bounce from here off because there is a sort of a support and purchasing level here as well. Another strong area is, I think, here, right here. Yeah, another area is 13. Okay, but I think the key levels are more so the 12 zones, right? 12. So the 11.9, 12 regions. It really is up to you and how you want to split up your purchasing. And I'd say that would be the best prices to place your purchase orders. I especially like this level here. If it was to come back down to this level and then moon back up, that would be amazing. For this to be a real moon, I would say it should have at least cracked above this, I reckon. Once it cracks above that, then I think we'll be in for an absolute treat. So I would say in that sense, we really haven't seen the strength behind this move as much as we would have liked to. So there will be corrections which you can buy into. In terms of taking profits, again, use some of these as a resistance levels. So you can just put sell orders there so that you can actually take some profits along there. Because what good is it if it just keeps going up and you don't actually make any money out of it, right? Of course, we have to quickly have a look at the volume, sort of on a daily basis, just to see the strength of this bullish candle here. It's not as strong as the ones we saw in the previous bull run that we've seen as well. And so that's why we probably need to see a bit more volume come in to actually signal a true moon phase. So at the moment, we're going good places. This is good. People like Floki and people are trading Floki, but we probably need a bit more strength behind it. Let me just double check our results with Fibonacci. Looks like from the previous moon cycle, we're testing the 786 level. Okay, and it doesn't look like it'll get too much below that anyway. Yeah. So I think in that situation, I think we're in for a very positive trajectory, but we need a bit more strength behind it. Let's just see how it goes. It'll all depend on then, further social volume and how that then impacts the market as well. All right, guys, clear as mud. That's how trading works. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check out my NFT series. The whitelist is open and it will close on the 20th of December. So we would like to see you guys on the whitelist. And if you haven't done so, go check out the Discord in the description below. And I guess I'll see you in the next video where I do another update for Floki as well. Much love, guys. Peace.